I'm the Nostalgia Kid. I remember it and you should too. Okay guys, so today I am going to be giving my opinion of the Snyder Cut. Well, I guess I could say a preemptive opinion of the Snyder Cut. As of the recording of this video, I have not actually seen it. Oh lordy, and I am going to take my time to see it. Now the biggest reason why I'm saying I'm going to take my time to see the Snyder Cut is because it is a 4-hour movie. And that's the biggest thing I don't like about these Zack Snyder movies, is that they're way longer than they needed to be. And that's actually part of the reason why I kind of like the Whedon cut a little bit better than the Snyder cut. Well, like I said, I haven't seen the Snyder cut, so... But also, part of the reason why I'm 100% on the fence about this whole Snyder cut thing is just because, well, we really don't know what they cut out, or what Joss Whedon put in. You have to remember, the Justice League movie was already pretty much done, in the can. It just needed to be edited. And that was all Joss Whedon had to do. But then he had a few ideas, did about a month's worth of reshoots, and then it came out. And then he put those reshoots in there and edited together what possibly existing footage together and put the movie out. So because of this, I feel like it's a little bit wrong to say there's a Snyder cut and a Whedon cut, because at the end of the day, we really don't know what they changed. Yes, I know IGN does have an entire video already up that shows exactly everything that was taken out of the original version and put into this version. But still, even then, it's like we still don't know what got left on the cutting room floor and what got put into the Snyder cut. And the biggest reason I say that is because Zack Snyder also did a bunch of reshoots before this version came out. So what scenes did he change and what did he do differently? According to Henry Cavill, nothing, but it seemed to him that may have just been for Henry Cavill scenes. And what about Ben Affleck scenes? What about Gal Gadot scenes? What about Eraser Miller scenes? What about whoever the heck played the main bad guy, Steppenwolf, scenes? So it's like we're already at a point to where it's like he didn't just grab existing footage, edit it together the way he wanted it edited together, and put it out there. He grabbed existing footage, made new footage, and then created new special effects to make it all like work together. But at the same time, this also isn't exactly a new thing. I mean, heck, I feel like we get a new version of that one movie, Blade Runner, like every handful of years. And I'm not even talking about that sequel spin-off movie that came out a handful of years ago. I'm talking about the original movie that came out back in the early 1980s or mid 1980s, something like that. All I know is that every handful of years, the directors or producers from that movie, they come back, they do some edits, and even bring back actors in for reshoots for that. And I also, by no means, am against a director's cut or extended cut of a movie. And if anything, those alternate versions can truly save a movie and can truly change a lot of things about the movie. And also, amazingly, you really don't have to do a whole lot to change a movie or fix a movie to a degree. You also don't even have to add 2 entire hours of footage onto a movie. Now, I say that because there have been a few movies over the years where they've added so little onto the movie, but it made it a far better movie. The best example I'd have to say of that would have to be the movie Total Recall. Now, well, I'm not talking about the original one with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm talking about the one that came out back in 2012. I hated at least one version of this movie. I want to say it was a theatrical cut. I think there's like 3 different versions of this movie. When I saw but then like a few months out, then like right around the time the DVD came out, I saw an alternate version of that movie, and it is a way better version of that movie. It's way more psychological. It makes way more sense. It name drops some characters that I didn't even think that obviously exist, but they didn't say the name of. and they alluded to throughout the movie, but they didn't say anything about. And it's like it makes it a way better movie. The only negative is it does like end it making you think this whole thing was like a dream, basically. That is the one negative. But other than that, the whole movie was completely better. And they added maybe 5 minutes of scenes. And honestly, most of what they changed is just a little bit of editing and a few lines. And that is it. So it doesn't take a whole lot to make a okay movie great. You're probably also wondering, why am I so on the fence about the Snyder Cut and why am I saying it's way too long? Because, well, let's take a look at Batman versus Superman. Ask yourself right now, how much did you like that movie? Okay, done asking yourself a long, hard question? Okay, because remember, Zack Snyder was 100% in charge over that movie. And Warner Brothers lost a lot of faith in him because of that movie. Now, it's not a bad movie. It's just. It's just, honestly, there's at least over an hour's worth of scenes that could have been taken out. Because every time I think about that movie and I try to describe the movie out loud to myself or try to just think about it, it's like, how is that movie 3.5 hours long? And supposedly there's actually an entire character that actually got left out of the movie that they didn't say. And then before I saw that movie, I actually saw the Superman movie that Zack Snyder did, Superman Man of Steel. And yet again, that movie was over 3 hours long, and I feel like when you talk it out or write it out or think it out, it's like that movie is probably a lot longer than it needs to be. So I don't know. Like I said again, you could cut an entire hour out of that movie and it'd be inconsequential. I mean, yeah, there's some characters and stuff that pop up throughout the part way through the movie that you wouldn't know a whole lot about, but at the same time, it's like you can explain them throughout the movie with flashbacks. I feel like that would have been a better choice for a lot of this. Like, replace that entire hour and a half worth of scenes with quick, 30-second flashbacks here and there. So I guess you could say when the Whedon cut of Justice League came out, I've kind of felt like that was probably about as good as the movie really could get. He probably just grabbed the best scenes he could find and did some last minute shoots to edit everything to make everything go together correctly and just put it out there. Not to mention that already at this point in time, to my knowledge, Zack Snyder has actually already come out and said he's no longer going to be working with Warner Brothers on any more DC movies. And then Warner Brothers also, to a certain degree, since they don't have Zack Snyder coming up with ideas for more movies for the DC cinematic universe, they really just don't have a whole lot of direction, period. I want to say, even though there are sequels planned for Aquaman and Cyborg, and they aren't even actively working on a Flash movie, they currently do not have release dates, not to my knowledge. So if someone does have a release date or something like that, please let me know down below. But as far as I know, everything's pretty up in the air. Even if there is a release date, it's probably more of a placeholder than anything else. And yes, I know that there's already some fans out there who are retweeting the whole hashtag Snyderverse or whatever kind of thing, where they want Zack Snyder, they want to hire back Zack Snyder and to be writer and director and to create his own vision, basically, for the DC Cinematic Universe. Which I feel like terrifies me and excites me all at the same time, because suppose there's already been some concept art and some script ideas that were leaked of Superman's son becoming the next Batman or something like that. But honestly, I feel like I'm just not sure what all this whole Snyderverse thing would look like. And also, I feel like to a certain degree, Zack Snyder has way too grand of a vision for every movie, if that makes any sense. I feel like, if anything, DC should almost do what Marvel is doing right now and maybe just break everything up into like some kind of series. Maybe do like TV series, which is something they've been trying to do for years. Obviously, with the CW doing all those DC shows, I believe some of them are already officially off the air now at this point, but still, I feel like that would have been possibly a better direction to have stayed with. Still, maybe Zack Snyder, maybe we can get a little bit of a Zack Snyder universe. Maybe he could take more of a producer role and maybe guide some of the directors um, that DC is currently working with to shape some kind of like movie universe. I really don't know what's in the future for the DC movie universe, but I'm both concerned and hopeful at the same time. That's pretty much everything I have to say about the Snyder Cut of Justice League. I have not seen it yet. I may try the HBO Max free trial just to see what everyone's talking about. But still, I'm the Nostalgia Kid, and I remember it, and you should too.